A Simple Favour. It
Yes.
stars Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively as two neighbours. Anna Kendrick being the kind of shy, widowed mum, and Blake Lively, the career-driven... Well, she's a mum as well, but she's career-driven, she's a bit more ruthless, and her mysterious disappearance prompts Anna Kendrick to relentlessly crusade for the truth, and it reveals secrets and home truths that kind of turn their whole lives around. But before we talk about it, here is the trailer. This is A Simple Favour, which is in cinemas now.
A few weeks ago, I met Emily, this wonderful, elegant person. Our sons brought us together, actually.
Come here, little dude.
Can me and Miles have a play date today?
You drink? Does your kid drink? Maybe? I mean, it's never too early to start teaching
I
them.
think you're joking, but great.
J'adore mon poisson rouge.
Every time we do this, I feel so high tone.
Il m'appelle jour et nuit.
Want to trade confessions?
No.
Come on. What's the wildest thing you've ever done?
She is an enigma, my wife. You can get closer, you can never quite reach her. She's like a beautiful ghost.
Did you just take my picture?
Erase it. I guess I'm probably not the kind of person you're normally friends with.
Oh, you do not want to be friends with me. Trust me. Stephanie, I need your help.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I do need just a simple favor. Can you come over?
Yeah. 5 days ago, Emily went missing.
I'll warn you, you go poking around in her past, you're gonna find something that is terrifying. She was not a normal person like you or me. I've never seen such a beautiful girl want to be so invisible.
I smell her, Sean. I smell her perfume like a ghost.
Yeah, it's just you being paranoid.
I saw my mom. She told me to say hi to Stephanie.
Were you aware that he took out an extra $4 million life insurance policy on Emily before she disappeared?
People do terrible things for their own reasons.
He thought you knew more than you were letting on.
I want to know your secret.
Quand j'étais petite, je baisais comme
So that was the trailer for A Simple Favour.
Yep.
What did you think of the film?
It was good.
Yeah.
It's not what I was expecting.
No, I mean, what is it that you were expecting?
I thought it was a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not at all. You saw the trailer as well beforehand.
Yeah, but it was ages ago.
It was like last week.
You can't blame me. It's got Anna Kendrick in it. What was I supposed to think?
True. True. She is typically sort of rom-com, pitch perfect.
Exactly.
that kind
That's
of
what
thing.
I was expecting.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But don't you think that's good casting? Like, the film actually did really well in getting her to play that character because it really fit what we're used to seeing her in.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't very out of the box for her because she was just playing what she normally does.
Yeah.
But it fit the film.
Yeah, and I think the film as a whole, so it's quite a tense thriller. I think it delivered on most fronts.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, actually. I was quite pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it dragged a little bit, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I was very much aware of how long I'd been sitting there, which I hate with longer films.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a long film, at least, you know, make each moment worth it.
Yeah, it kind of falls foul of not really knowing how to tie up all the loose ends it had.
Yeah.
But I quite like how it got to that point. Like,
Yeah.
it was really well done.
Yeah, it was still a good film. There were a few bits that they probably could have cut down to shorten it, but it was still really good.
Yeah, and directed by the guy who did Bridesmaids. believe
Was
or
it?
not.
Oh.
Yeah. And Ghostbusters, the remake.
Okay.
Yeah, same guy. So for him to go into a thriller, like, you kind of expect these sort of slightly comedic kind of moments.
There were, actually. It did make me laugh
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
times, yeah.
Yeah, which is understandable when you know what kind of films that he's sort of come from. But here is our film correspondent, Phoebe Winter. She got an exclusive interview with Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively to talk about the film.
It's nice to have two complex female characters who are going head to head, but also have so much respect and admiration for each other. Because normally when women are pitted against each other, they're trying to take each other down, and they almost like got off on how good the other one was, which I enjoyed. I think that's cool, and that speaks to Paul. He does that in all of his films, I think.
And Anna?
Well, if anything, I sort of felt like I had an uphill battle because there were definitely days when I was like, Paul, I can't be this annoying and be in the entire movie. Like, characters that are this irritating are usually supposed to be like the neighbor that you hate in Gone Girl. I guess I just tried to kind of show some growth and some humanity for her as the movie went on.
Both your characters are very specific looks. Blake, can you tell us about the inspiration behind Emily's exceptionally unique and stylish outfits?
Well, Paul Feig, our director, if you've seen him, you can see the inspiration. I just thought that there was nothing more distinct and iconic and almost like a caricature of oneself than Mr. Paul Feig. So it was sort of easy. And it was actually funny, on the day of my first costume fitting, he showed up to check in on how it was going. And we were wearing the same outfit. We didn't mean to, which was pretty incredible. We've actually had some awkward moments on this press tour where we've shown up to an event wearing the same outfit and meaning to. Pretty great.
One of my favourite moments in the film is when you were singing MOP's Anti Up in the Car.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Really going for it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that one of the life's pure joys is singing in the car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do either of you have a favourite car karaoke song?
I don't know. There was a period where I really enjoyed singing a lot. Not because of the name thing, but I did enjoy singing Kendrick Lamar in the car and feeling like truly badass, because the car, when you're blaring hip hop, is the only place that I can feel truly badass. And then somebody pulls up next to you and you're suddenly like, just listening to some NPR, I'm just learning about politics.
Blake, do you have a favourite song?
Oh, I'm pretty terrible at All I Want for Christmas Is You in the car. It's really great. And no one knows because you're in the car, so you feel like Mariah.
Lovely. I loved how the film deals with some poignant themes surrounding motherhood, and it deals with it interestingly and really entertaining as well. What do you admire about how these women and their choices are represented on screen?
Just amazed when a person can manage to not get their child killed. God, I mean, the kids that we were working with, I was like, they're just like trying to kill themselves. It's like actively, it's like Darwin is at work here. We should just let them run into traffic if they want to die that badly. So props to mothers, because I don't have kids, but the fact that you keep them alive at all is a shock.
Yeah, I'm not really taking parenting tips from Stephanie and Emily. I think that they're like not the most admirable mothers, but boy, they both love their children.
So one of the sort of keys to the film is getting that dynamic right between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively.
Yep.
What do you think about that? Did it work?
I think it worked. I think it was a little bit cliched because their characters were supposed to be so different, and then they bond and whatnot. So it was a bit of a cliche, but it did work well, and I think they both played their characters really well.
Yeah, I think so, and. I actually really like how they cast Anna Kendrick, because they could have just got someone in who's sort of used to playing those kinds of films.
Yeah.
And Blake Lively, you kind of get that she was like the head girl in school. So to kind of play that role where she's like career driven, ruthless, successful, and like doesn't give a damn about like anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
I kind of think that works.
It does work because she typically looks like that kind of person, and I'm sure she's lovely, but yeah, you get that vibe from her, don't you?
Yeah, and I think also public persona kind of plays a part in terms of how we see them in the roles that they play on screen. And Blake Lively is very interactive on Twitter. She's quite like sarcastic and irreverent, and she particularly has like a lot of sort of popular spats in jest with her husband on Twitter.
Yes, yeah, no, I have seen that, and on Instagram as well. They're very likable because it is very funny.
Yes.
So I think that she's hilarious, and I do like her.
Yeah.
As a person, I think she's quite nice.
Yeah. So that is a simple favour.
Yeah.
Almost forgot the title there, but it's in cinemas now, and it's currently number 2 in the box office.
Yeah, it's doing well.
It is doing well. So go and see it. It's a thumbs up from us. I think.
Worth a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick buy, borrow, bin. What are you doing?
I'd borrow it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, cool. Full buy, borrow bin is coming up before the end of the show when we recap every film that we've discussed in the last couple of hours.